Hi, I'm Justin Fraction, and welcome to Total Pro Sports. This video is 10 sports teams that suck because they're in a tough division. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Cleveland Browns are going to be on this list. They're not on this list. I'm lying to you. They're totally on here. If something involves sucking, the Cleveland Browns will be on that list. Sucking? Football? Cleveland Browns. That's the association you make. As soon as I say suck, the list will contain something about the Cleveland Browns. I don't feel bad about that at all. You know, sometimes people get mad at us whenever we say a team sucks, but not with that team. No one argues. It's sad, but valid. Once again, I'm Justin Fraction, and Total Pro Sports presents 10 sports teams that suck because they're in a tough division. And a big shout out to KDizzle1207 for suggesting this list. Video list. The list. If you have any ideas for videos, let us know down in the comments section. KDizzle did, and now we're doing KDizzle's video idea. Alex the writer wrote it. I'm doing it. That's how we do it. Anyways, number 10, Carolina Hurricanes. The Hurricanes haven't been relevant since their 2006 Stanley Cup championship season. Over the past few seasons, they've built a great core of players around snipers Jeff Skinner and Jordan Staal. Though Carolina has one of the NHL's best defensive units, they haven't been able to do much in an ultra-stacked metropolitan division. This division features the 2016 and 17 Stanley Cup champions, the Pittsburgh Penguins, and Alexander Ovechkin's 2018 Stanley Cup champions, the Washington Capitals. It also suddenly has the dangerous Columbus Blue Jackets and a pair of New York teams that are always in playoff contention. Number 9, Detroit Pistons. The Central Division is tough for anybody not named the Cleveland Cavaliers, where LeBron James' team reigns supreme on an annual basis. This division also consists of the Chicago Bulls and Indiana Pacers, who have consistently been in the postseason during this decade. Then there are also the Milwaukee Bucks and the Greek Freak on the rise. Cut Detroit some slack, because the Central Division has been horrible to them. Number 8, the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are bad every year, mainly because they can't draft a QB to save their lives, but come on. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been a juggernaut during the 21st century. They've made the AFC North miserable. This division also features the Cincinnati Bengals, whom Andy Dalton took to the playoffs every year from 2011 to 15. And finally, the Baltimore Ravens also live in the AFC North. They're always a threat to make the playoffs and have won 2 Super Bowls during this century. How is Cleveland supposed to win in this division? Even the Packers and the Patriots will be far less dominant with the divisional opponents than the Browns have. Number 7, Denver Nuggets. Russell Westbrook's Oklahoma City Thunder have dominated the NBA's Northwest Division for much of the past decade, and they've remained a tough team to beat even without Kevin Durant. You have that Utah Jazz, who reached the second round of the playoffs in 2017 and 18. Then you got Damian Lillard, who single-handedly takes the Portland Trail Blazers to the playoffs most years. The Nuggets have had plenty of talent all over their roster, but they just can't get through these brutally tough opponents. Throw in the rapidly improving Minnesota Timberwolves, and you can see the real reason why the Nuggets struggle. It's not all on them, you know. Number 6, Washington Redskins. The Eagles were Super Bowl 51 champions. The Cowboys are dangerous with Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. Eli Manning and the New York Giants can make the playoffs and go on a deep run any year. Yes, the Redskins won the NFC East in 2015. Been a long time since they've won a playoff game, and they haven't been a Super Bowl contender in over a decade. If only they got to play in the NFC South during its miserable years, maybe they'd be more relevant. Number 5, Dallas Mavericks. Yes, the Mavericks are rebuilding and will be bad for a while. But with Dirk Nowitzki and Wesley Matthews leaving the fold, how can they be this bad? Well, it sucks sharing a division with the 2 other Texas powerhouses in the Houston Rockets and San Antonio Spurs. It doesn't help that Anthony Davis finally took the New Orleans Pelicans to relevance in 2018 either. If this division was a tad bit less dominant, maybe the Mavericks would be a little bit better. We're surprised owner Mark Cuban doesn't complain about the insanity that is the Southwest Division. Number 4, Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays were once a feel-good story, a Moneyball team that somehow made the playoffs in 2008, 10, 11, and 13. Considering the AL East is home to the elite Boston Red Sox and New York Yankees, what Tampa could do was amazing. But life got tougher for Tampa. The Baltimore Orioles came out of nowhere to make the playoffs in 2012, 14, and 16. Then the long-time losing Toronto Blue Jays qualified in 2015 and 16. The Red Sox won the AL East in 2016 and 17. The Yankees made a surprise trip to the ALCS in 2017. It's just never going to be fair to Tampa. Number 3, Dallas Stars. So much talent in Dallas, but never anything to show for it. Jamie Benn is one of the top scorers every year. So is Tyler Seguin. But how can they deal with this? Chicago Blackhawks 3 Stanley Cups in this decade, enough said. Minnesota Wild playoffs every year from 2013 to 18, always a dangerous squad. Nashville Predators, usually a playoff team, reached the Stanley Cup final in 2017, won President's Trophy in 2018. St. Louis Blues, playoffs every year from 2012 to 17, Winnipeg Jets, Western Conference Finals in 2017. Not to mention the Dallas Stars have firepower and are also a very dangerous team. Poor Winnipeg. They should start a petition to move out of the NHL Central Division. Number 2, Milwaukee Brewers. Like, what are the Brewers supposed to do? The St. Louis Cardinals have been the golden NL franchise over the past decade, with 2 World Series championships and 4 NL pennants dating back to 2004. Then you have the powerhouse Chicago Cubs, who took home the 2016 World Series and reached the 2017 NLCS. The Pittsburgh Pirates played in the NL wildcard game in 2013, 14, and 15. The Cincinnati Reds made the playoffs in 2010, 12, and 13. The talent is always there in Milwaukee. Just all 4 divisional foes have been dangerous at one moment or another in the 2010s. It's just the hardship of being in the NL Central. Number 1, Los Angeles Chargers. The Denver Broncos took home the AFC West every year from 2011 to 15. That included 2 AFC Championship victories and a Super Bowl 50 title. The Kansas City Chiefs have become elite under Andy Reid, making the playoffs in 4 of his first 5 years at the helm. And the Oakland Raiders are once again relevant with Derek Carr and monster pass rusher Khalil Mack. Phillip Rivers and the Chargers have talent, they just don't get to play in the NFC West or AFC South. Poor things. What other sports teams suck because of their tough division? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, then like the video. We'd really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed yet, now's a great time to do that for more cool videos every single day. And until next time, tune in to Total Pro Sports. We'll see you around. We'll see you around. That's my ending. We'll see you around. Later on, buddy. Talk to you later, partner. Later, man.